Lorne.
Yes, quick defense. Strong defense from the Eagles. It's a turnover, and look out, the Australian of Mario Matey.
That'll be a technical foul for slapping the backboard. You know, of course, starting center Jordan Guest. Hester drives inside, and we'll see Silver. Silver bumped. Hester thought about the three. Pump fakes, goes inside. Teardrop, and that's good. Eagles down by 1, 4-3. And it's a physical ball game early, isn't it, Tony?
Strong work.
Ellis, Silver, three. He's hit, and he hits. No foul call, but he'll knock down the three. Eagles take their first lead of the game, 6-4.
Tough day for Jordan Guest.
Silver, he goes inside, puts it up with the right hand, and that's good. Eagles take the 2-point lead, 8-6. And Silver looks like on another level. Eric Hester, he has played in big games before previously when he was at Florida, and now he's stepped up in these last couple of games. We'll see Yael Hill go to the rack and lay it in with the left hand. We'll see an extended zone here, a 1-3-1 by Chipola. Something new. Hester, open, three, yes!
Heat check!
Can't leave him open. He'll knock him down. Eric Hester playing with confidence.
First time today, making way. Silver.
Usually a starter for the Eagles, and we'll see a little bit of a change-up. Maybe this, I think it was calculated. Coach didn't like what he was getting off the bench. Move Golston to the bench, and he'll provide that sixth man that you need. Hill, pump fakes, and he'll bring it out. And that's one thing. You don't want to show everything in your non-conference games before you get to conference play. Add a little bit extra flavor. Calix goes straight to the rack, unable to get it, and bring it off. Eagles up by 4. Stevens inside. Yes, they'll go up and under with the left hand. Doesn't get the foul call, but that was a cheeky move by Jordan Guest. Just unable to get the roll. Three straight away. Yes. Lance Irving will cut the deficit to 1. Here comes Hester bringing the ball up. 16-15. 13-15 left in this first half.
Chipola.
18-17. Ellis. Right to the cup. Flips it up to Calix. Ellis, deep three, contested, yes!
Ooh!
Tough shot, Ellis. 4-point lead for the Eagles, and it doesn't get much more difficult than that.
Well, it's no secret that I'm a little bit impartial to a couple of Aussies.
Good play there by Stevens to get the ball away from the defender. Ellis, probing, up and under, tough finish, Ellis.
Last 5 points for the Eagles coming out of Ellis. He's
Stevens on the inside. Can't find anyone. Hester, pump fakes, goes inside. Ellis, they'll need to put some up soon. Up and under with the left hand. Ellis, tough finish. Eagles open up a 9-point lead.
Strong contact in the paint too. Ellis
goes to the rack. Hester will swing it along. Tariq Silver bobbles it. Ellis over to Golston. Golston gets hit. Drives in, tough jumper, and it's good. The Eagles cannot miss. Foul. TCC has not fouled. Only 4 fouls today, and that's been the big difference. I mean, they've drawn 3 charges. Golston blocked. And a great save there by Chipola. They'll go the other way.
He's mating there, swatting away, using his Australian
Irving
practice.
Right to the rack. Little crossover and a lay-in off the window. That'll cut it to 10. And one of those game-changing plays, a block at the rim. And the other way, a lay-in. Back 10-point game. Eagles on top. Ellis, deep three. Oh, boy!
Come on,
Ellis feeling it. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Hill's got to get something going here. Hill spins around, 3. Hello! Yael Hill with the 7th-3 of the night for the Eagles. They are on fire from deep. 7 of 8, 42-31. And you can see Brendan Foley, head coach for Chipola, hands on hips. You know you can't do better than that.
Hitting at 53% from the field, but the Eagles is Ellis, heat check.
Hello! Ellis can't be stopped. And a full timeout by TCC.
Luke Fay alongside legendary men's basketball coach for the TCC Eagles. Coach, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Luke. I tell you what, we've had a good holiday, and New Year's been great, and we're kind of hoping that the Eagles get started off on a good track here.
Coach Eddie Barnes, he was the coach for the Eagles from 2001 to 2015, and what a run it was. You can just look up at the rafters right here. The one that really sticks out is the 2006 NJCAA runner-up. What was it like coaching the Eagles?
I tell you, that group of young men right there were awesome. And, you know, I think most coaches appreciate every team they have, but there's just some teams that they just mold together so quick and they just buy into everything you're doing. That team right there was one of those teams that from the beginning I asked them to trust me, and they did. And, you know, we put ourselves in a position to win a national championship because of that.
When you look at TCC, how far they've come from when you first got it to now, what is it like seeing the fruition of the program and how it's gotten so much better since you first got that job?
Well, I mean, there's been growth in the program. You know, we still need a lot of growth. I mean, you know, the Eagle Dome's been a good facility for us, but, you know, it's time to update. We need a new facility. You know, well, we're a big enough institution that we should have a nice basketball arena to be able to play in, and you know, they respond real well here at home, but, you know, it's still one of those facilities that we need. Now, you know, as far as our scholarship program, you know, that grew quite a bit. We were able to do some things as far as growing the Panhandle Conference in general, you know, but the overall growth from where in 01 when we started and 2015 when I left was so much better than what it was in 01 is the fact that, you know, we were recruiting was at a higher level. You know, we were graduating kids at a higher level, you know, and you know, if you come to the game, you realize that the basketball in the Panhandle was like playing in the ACC.
When looking at what TCC is, what was your greatest moment or memory when you were coaching them?
Ooh, Luke, that's a hard question because there's so many of them. You know,
you mentioned graduating kids and moving them on and everything. There's a lot that goes on beyond just the coaching aspect.
Well, you know, I've had kids that was recruited that I was told that we would never get through school. They would never make it to the next level, and you know, we were successful doing it because we believed in them. They believed in us. You know, that's big for me. You know, moments in ball games. You know, the triple overtime jumper by Nigel Johnson to beat Chipola on their home court to send us to the Nationals in 06. I mean, that's an all-time great right there. We got
the basketball in the room in the athletic room over there.
Yeah, you need to listen to the call Rob Chaney on it too. You know, that was one of those greats. You know, but you know, you got so many moments of not only on the court but off the court, and it's hard to draw just one moment itself. But if I had to say anything, you know, it was the relationships with kids more than anything to me. And you know, we had a lot of great years here, but you know, we had some average years, you know, and fortunately I never had a losing season here, you know, which was great. And but you know, it was due to the type of athletes we were getting, the student athletes, and you know, the backing that we had. But to draw one moment's kind of hard, to be honest with you.
Well, Coach, looking at this season, TCC is off to a great start. I believe 16-2, and this has been a great game for the Panhandle Conference opener. What have you seen from the Eagles today? Because they were, I believe it was, looking at their three-point percentage, 8 of 10. I'm sure you would have won a lot more ball games if you were shooting like that.
Well, the old saying is ball games become easy if you're making shots. You know, is learning how to win ball games without making shots. You know, there's so many different ways to do it. You know, you look at the free throw line; they're 8 for 10.
Yep.
You know, offensive boards. You know, they've only got one offensive board, but their turnovers are only 3.
Yeah, 12 to 3 turnovers.
Yeah, so you know, you kind of balance things out, but you know, for them, I've been real pleased. This is the second time I've got to watch them this year, and you know, right now I think Zach has done a great job of getting a pace that they need. You know, sometimes you can get too fast.
Yep.
But I think he's kept the pace of this game really good, and I think it's an advantage for him because Chipola is very athletic.
And I like the moves that he's made, moving in guys in and out of the lineup, because I don't know if you've seen games before this year. They have not played these type of lineups throughout the year, and really it's worked. They've come in and had a lot of energy. Everyone on the team has had a lot of energy. But is there one guy that you could point to for TCC that has really caught your eye?
Well, I number 11 and number 13. I don't know what their names are.
That'd be Eric Hester, number 13, and Tariq Silver, along with L. Ellis, number 3. He's the leading scorer for the Eagles.
Yeah,
with 17.
and I mean, they've all made plays, and I know number 3 was their leading scorer, and he's definitely made some big shots. But those guys right there have really defensively hit the boards, and they've made some big shots for them. Things that I don't think they usually do make. They pounded the ball inside right then, but that's the way they got to do it. I mean, you got to force people to have to play to the rim, So they've done a good job with that. But I like their pace. I think their pace is really good because the Panhandle Conference has always been a grind conference.
Yes.
And, and this is where you got to be. This is where you're going to really know whether or not you can play basketball at the next level.
Exactly. We talked about in the non-conference slate how it's a little bit easier. It's just a warm-up. But once you get in the conference play, everyone is playing at a different level. And you mentioned number 13, Eric Hester. He comes off of Florida and Akron to come to TCC. And really, he's been the difference maker down the stretch these last 2 or 3 games where he's really locked in. And it's not necessarily his offensive production at the beginning of the game was awesome, 8 points early, but his defense down the stretch, that's been a big play. And I know that coaches love defense.
Yep. Yeah. The defense, defenses keep you in the game, but they can also win games for you.
Yes.
I mean, you get stops at a certain point. I mean, they were able to get a separation at halftime, which they needed for the start of the second half, because they started playing defense down that last 2 minutes again.
Exactly.
They kind of backed off a little bit and took a breath, but then they tightened back up those last 2 minutes.
Yep, Chipola cut it to 6 as they try to cut it a little bit more. That ball is knocked off the head of Stevens and an easy bucket for Chipola. But Coach Barnes, I appreciate you coming out, and really a TCC legend. You've really built this program, and I'm sure that Zach thanks you for leaving him in a spot to be successful.
Well, I'm very excited about Zach. I think he's going to be a very good coach for TCC, and hopefully we can hang on to him for a while.
Yep, I appreciate it, Coach. Have a good one.
You too. Thank you, Luke.
Thanks. Wow, what a dunk by Chipola, throwing it down. Unbelievable play by Nading. Just like that, Tony, the game can change.
We were talking about in the first half, Luke, how it was very hard for Chipola to guard those three-point shots from Tallahassee. Well, now's the exact same for Tallahassee. They just can't guard the open shot. It's Ellis for 3. Yes, there's your answer.
Ellis. He has been unstoppable for TCC, keeping them in this game. And really, he was the reason why TCC was up by 10 with 17 in that first half. He's got 20.
4 of 4.
Like I said, it's kind of the opposite, but you can't play a perfect game here, Tony. So that's one thing that you could look at as Chipola takes their first lead since the beginning of the game.
Since that 4-0 start.
Yeah.
It's been a good comeback here by the Indians.
They have outscored TCC by 11 in the second half. Golson going right at him. He gets hit, goes up, can't get the follow, and on the ground, looking for the foul. Davon Stevens coming in. I like that move. Backdoor cut. Golson rising and dunking it. Eagles retake the lead. Lot Main, the leading scorer for Chipola, and listen to this stat. He's got 17, 8 of 8 from the field. Hasn't missed.
That is insane. He's been on fire today, his Lat Main.
Golston will go and shoot 2. One's going to go down to the wire, Tony.
Not going to argue with the buzzer beater. It's always some good excitement for the neutral end for us.
Backdoor cut, and that one is blocked. Jordan Guest rising up. Ellis probes. Gives over to Golston. Golston, he's felt something lately. Goes up And he'll go to the free throw line again. He's gaining confidence. Whistle. No harm, no foul. Poked away. Hester tried to get on the court to get it. He's on the floor again, and we'll see a timeout. Chipola. 8:40 left in the game. TCC up 60-56. This is TCC men's basketball live on TCCEagles.com. Joining us, TCC started the game in the first half. 8 of 10 from 3. Great backdoor cut and finish. Credit that basket to Lance Irving. Ellis. Only 3 points this second half. He'll go right to the cup. Good finish. And Guest will get the rebound. He's fighting. He'll go up. He'll get fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. Second chance opportunities. Love Stevens' effort. And you got to love Jordan Guest sticking with it. They'll try to find Silver. He's been quiet this second half. Good job to get it into Stevens. Stevens spinning up and in. Davon Stevens has really turned up the knob here defensively and showing on the offensive side. I hope that Coach rolls with him over Calix the rest of the game, because Calix just hasn't looked like himself today. 3 ball, and that game is tied. Lot Maine. Luke Fay alongside Tony Jobson here in the Eagle Dome, and Tony, looking at the game, TCC started 8 of 10 from beyond the arc in that first half. What has gone wrong in this second half to have Chipola come back from that 10-point lead, or 10-point deficit, and tie it up here 64-64 with 5:55 left in the game?
It's just smart shots. In that first half, they were taking every smart shot. There was maybe one poor shot, and that was the buzzer beater that Eric Hester tried to sink in. But in this second half, they haven't been able to quite find their rhythm. They haven't been able to ensure that they have that free space. And Chipola, to their credit, defensively and offensively, they've come out a lot better.
What does TCC need to do to win this game?
Just find open shots. There's open shots there. They can absolutely find the open shot if they're able just to look up, but they're playing a little too close. They've got the blinkers on at the moment. They need to open up and look at the corners.
I'd say
up on that right wing, ready to go.
Ellis up and in. Ellis with the lefty finish. He's got 22. And we're back with this broadcast of TCC men's basketball live on TCCEagles.com, and we promised you a show, and we got one. Full court pressure here by Chipola. 69-69, 2:40 left in the game. About to get your fans on their feet soon. If the Eagles could knock down a basket here, that'd be huge. Need a little cushion. Who do you go to here, Tony?
You have to go to Hester. Have to go to Eric Hester unless Ellis can drive in.
Golson thought about it. Takes the tough shot. That rattles in and out. Open 3. Up and out. Rebound. Guest. Wow, that one was halfway down. Comes out. Hester will bring the ball up the court. He looks confident. Got to keep it in his hands. 3. Yes! Eric Hester from downtown.
No more needs to be said. Cometh the hour. Cometh the man.
We're back with this broadcast of TCC men's basketball live on TCCEagles.com. Eric Hester making the 3 to take the lead 72-69, Tony, and he has made big shots before. You mentioned Andrew College, a buzzer beater in a big moment. 1:43 left. Hester steps up.
And, not surprisingly enough, it was a game in which TCC had a cracking first half. They then dropped off in the second to Eric Hester. The buzzer beater 3 from the exact same spot. Cometh the hour, cometh the man.
Now, Tony, got to remember, probably going to see some pressure here if the shot is good from Chipola. If you're TCC, do you call a timeout? Try to advance the ball.
They've only called 3, I believe. If I've done the math right, they've got 3 more. If I've done the math right, I think they've got 3 more.
Eagles have not dealt with that full court pressure very well, and we'll see a timeout by Chipola.
This is it. This is Panhandle Conference basketball. Some of the best basketball in the NJCAA.
Dribbling it down is Gardner. 15.
Last shot.
They're going to wait. Now they run it. Give it over to Maine. Maine, double team. He puts one up. It's not going to go. Rebound, Golston. And a foul with 2 seconds left. DeAndre Golston with the big-time rebound. They go to their sure man, Lot Maine. Open jumper from about 6 feet, and he misses it just long. The Eagles in the driver's seat with 2 seconds left. They're going to run a football-style play. Coach Timbre is scooting them back. And we'll see
Here
this.
we go.
Didn't get it off. Doesn't matter. Shot no good. TCC gets their first win of Panhandle Conference play against their rival Chipola, 73-71. A great game. Eagles were up by as many as 10 in this quarter, and Chipola clawed their way back in, Tony. They clawed their way back in, end up tying up the score. It was 69-69. You're thinking, who do you go to? Eric Hester steps up big with the three.
Luke Fay alongside TCC men's basketball coach Zach Setembre, who's fired up for the win over Chipola. Chipola 73-71. You guys were up by 10 at half, and Chipola clawed back. Eric Hester hitting that huge three. It was 69-69. Take
They're
that
a great
lead.
Team. Luke, they're a great team. We beat a great team tonight. We got to play them 2 more times. This league is really, really competitive, deep. Brendan Foley does a great job. Chipola's deep. They're long. They're athletic. They're talented. We beat a great team tonight, a team that is good enough to win the national championship. The fact that they're not ranked is crazy because that team is as talented a team in the country, and they got a chance to be really, really good, just like we do. This was 2 titans, 2 heavyweights tonight. We told the guys early, we're going to be up 10. They're going to be up 10. Game of runs. Basketball is a game of runs. We were focused throughout. We lost our focus the first 8 minutes of the second half. Proud of how we hung in there. We showed that we can make tough winning plays. DeAndre Golston had a really bad start to the game, but stayed in the game mentally. I'm so proud of him. Tariq Silver made big shots early, stayed in the game mentally, played defense. El Ellis made huge plays. Yael Hill came in and made early, big shots. Our guys just fought. We did not play great. Chipola, obviously has a ton to do that. Give them credit. They were great defensively. We did not have enough assists tonight. We played a lot of one-on-one basketball. They made it really challenging on us to get what we wanted offensively. And we got to improve there. We got to do a better job. But, man, tonight was about toughness. Tonight was about getting a stop when we had to get a stop. And we did it 2 times in a row down the stretch. Gosh, I'm so happy. I'm so proud of our team. It's just 1 win, but beating that team and getting a win like we did when we didn't play well, we did not shoot well in the second half. We couldn't score at all. But, man, I'm proud of them.
Eric Hester with 19, that big three at the end of the game, and we had talked about it earlier, how he's stepped up the last couple of games, and it showed it. You went to him, and he was the guy for your big shot. He knocks it down.
Eric Hester's starting to be Eric Hester. He was a top 100 player. He played at Oldsmar Christian on a great team that was very nationally relevant. He is a killer. Eric Hester is a great player. He has not played great because he's still working his way back in. You think about, he didn't play a ton as a freshman at Florida in 16-17. 17, 18, 18, 19 last 2 years, he hasn't played at all. So he still had to work himself back into being comfortable making plays, but he was excellent. El Ellis had a great first half, was still there to make big plays in the second half.
Yep.
And, again, we didn't, like Jordan Guest had 6 points, didn't make a field goal, but he made huge free throws. He got huge rebounds. He was excellent defensively. Calix Stevens came in. Calix been injured, made a great play defensively, helped us. Calix getting that stop, that was the first of 2 stops we had to have to win the game. And again,
highlighting Davon Stevens as well, who stepped up.
Oh, my gosh.
Calix had a tough day overall, and Davon just stepped up. And
again, yes, and the numbers don't reflect it, but Davon Stevens, this guy came, okay. Tariq Silver convinced us to take Davon Stevens. Okay, he did. Tariq is like Davon's agent. And Davon has come and had a great attitude and really taken to being coached hard. Davon and I, like all of our guys, we coach them very hard. We hold our guys accountable, but we have great relationships with them because they know we are about winning and we're about getting them to the next destination, graduating them, and doing what's in their best interest. And Davon Stevens has taken to the culture of Tallahassee basketball by showing up on time, coming to practice prepared every single day, and making an impact when he's given an opportunity. He has not been given a ton of opportunities early in the season, but it seems like he's playing more and more minutes, and the more minutes he plays, the more of an impact he makes.
You guys put out a lot of different lineups today, something that we did not see earlier on. And once you get into the Panhandle play, you pull all the tricks out of your pocket. And I could see you smiling
I was
there.
searching. I'm telling Coach Mandelbaum and Coach Talley and Coach Snow, I'm like, guys, do we have any more tricks, right? Like,
DeAndre Golson coming off the bench,
I was going to come and ask
LLS.
you guys, any thoughts? We have, probably 300 people tonight thinking they're a much better coach than I am. At times, like, what are we running that for, right? Luke, I'm just so happy. I am, but I'm proud because tonight is a testament to hard work, and it's a testament to no matter what happens to you, you're never too down to get back up and keep going. I mean, there were multiple chances in that game. We could have folded. They go on a huge run. They took the lead, I think, 56-55. We had all kinds of opportunities to say, you know what, that's Chipola. And they're really good and really talented, and Lat Mayen's going to Nebraska, and Mariel Mading's got offers from Kansas and Florida and Oregon. Our guys just stuck to the game plan. We executed defensively. I'm so proud of them.
You mentioned Lat Mayen. He started 8 of 8 for Chipola, was killing it.
He was about 18 for 18.
You guys started 6 of 6 from 3, 8 of 10 in that first half, shooting lights out. Probably the best you've ever coached a team shooting.
Right.
And then you come in the second half and don't shoot as well. But that's basketball. That's how it is.
No, their length bothered us, but we had to make big winning plays defensively. Defense won this game. I'm really grateful because Mark White taught me how to coach defense. I didn't know how to coach defense before I came to Tallahassee. Mark White taught me how to coach defense. Tonight was a testament to shell drill, to staying in a stance, to stepping up and taking charges, walling up, finishing plays.
You guys had 4 charges in the first half.
And we didn't take enough in the second half. Which is, why they scored 34 points and beat us by 8 in the second half. But I'm just so happy that everybody around our program gets to share in this. And again, we got to act like we've done it. It's just one game. It's just one game. We got 11 more conference games. We got to stay focused. We're going to enjoy this tonight because I'm so Rob Chaney, Sherry Rowland. These people care about Tallahassee athletics. Okay, Dr. Murdaugh, Madeline. These people are great. Okay, we got a great situation in Tallahassee. Nobody's got it better than us, and I'm glad that we can, put a great product on the floor, beat a great team, and make them proud. But a long way to go. We got to get a lot better. As you saw, we scored 26 points in the second half after scoring 47 in the first half. But, man, what a sweet win to start conference play off.
17-2 atop a conference. How's it feel, Zach?
I cannot even tell you because we're on the air, but it feels really good.
Thanks for joining us, Zach.
Right, thanks. Go Eagles, guys.